So hello again, it's Dennis and Stephen here from burgundywine.com. We're in the cellar of Domaine de Cromey. And you know, when we come down to the cellar, things are starting to get serious.
And we're here tonight to talk about aged beef, but more on that later. When I say aged beef, that allows you, in a sense, to open up some wines that might be bigger guns, wines that you've been aging, that will take the heft of the wine matches the heft of the meat and that sort of thing. So we want to talk tonight about the Domaine Marchand Frères. And Domaine Marchand Frères was one of the really first serious Côte de Nuit producers that we actually got involved with on the Eldon selection scale. I mean, this is an Eldon selections producer par excellence. The guy is the family's been around for 8 generations, but it's really discreet. They've got amazing holdings. He makes incredibly individual wines, but at the same time,
such a wide range.
Such a wide range. And you may see a recurring theme when we're talking about our producers, and that's just the way it is in Burgundy. You can have Grand Cru, but if you have Grand Cru, you'll have Premier Cru, village wines, and also down into the regional wines. And that's the case here. Domaine Marchand Frères makes an aligoté. He makes several different Bourgognes. He makes the Coteau Bourguignon, which is one of the new appellations. But he also has old vine holdings in Gevrey-Chambertin, Chambon-Musigny, Moray, Saint-Denis. He's got some amazing Premier Cru, but he has the jewel in the crown. He's got Gevrey-Chambertin, he's got Chambertin, and he's got Claude Laroche. But the fact that they've been around for 8 generations kind of means that they're not just picking up these vineyards here and there haphazardly. They have vineyards that are sort of grouped. They were originally from Chambon-Musigny, but they moved in 1983 to Gevrey-Chambertin, mainly because they got some really nice cellars there. But in their Gevrey-Chambertin holdings, and these are the ones that we're going to be talking about tonight, are contiguous with the Grand Cru. We're going to be looking at a Gevrey-Chambertin Étellois, which is a village wine from a single vineyard, but it touches on the Gevrey-Chambertin and onto the Chambertin. And then a Gevrey-Chambertin Vieille Vigne, which is an assemblage, you can't say blend, of 2 different parcels that are just across the street from Étellois. So it's all just sort of grouped together. Yeah. They've been here for a long time, so it's not like they're just going out to cherry picking.
It's really a producer as well. It's just like the mantra that you preach. All the wines are treated with the same love and care. You know, all the way up through the from the Bourgogne. So this is we're looking at a mixed case here that we're going to be putting out around this video of an Appalachian regional Bourgogne Rouge, and then the 2 Gevrey-Chambertin, Étellois and the Vieille Vigne. So, and it's really fun. I mean, we do these kind of tastings in-house with our clients that come over dinner. These type of tastings more and more and more, and they're such fun over dinner. And this is what you can do: open one at a time and look for the difference and enjoy the difference. Stephen
will start at the bar with as an aperitif with the Bourgogne, and then go to the more significant wines at the table. But it's a follow through. It's a table tasting, and it's really the sort of thing that we really like to do here at Domaine de Cromey. Doesn't happen often that we open a bottle of wine that we don't finish, but we've got 3 tonight, and we'll work at it. we know that many of you don't have that option, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to, if you had a mixed case like this, to be able to invite your friends around and do a tasting. So we're always on the lookout for options of how to, vacuum van and whatever those things and the nitrogen systems and that kind of stuff. So we're playing with one right now that's called Repour. And these are interesting because they're like corks, but there's a oxygen absorbing filter in the end of them. So what we're going to do at the end of this session is to cork those up and see in a few days how they come out. But they're called Repour.
We promised Lily and Ellie that there will be some wine left to cork.
Yeah. Anyway, I led into this with the idea of aged beef, and that's because chef here.
Yeah, so we've so as we do a lot of these videos, when we do these in-depth tastings, we're also doing a recipe pairing. And the reason the wine dictates the recipe often, doesn't it? Mm. And so we were thinking about these wines, and we went to a nice aged Côte de Boeuf, which we got in relatively fresh, aged in-house. There's another video about what we've done with that, made a compound butter. And we needed something quite
it's
big
fascinating.
To
You can buy your meat and age it yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's, this is...
Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been fun. Not quite as fun as the wines, but
But anyway, so we have several different angles coming on this, on the Gevrey-Chambertin, on the aged beef. Go to the YouTube Eldon Selections YouTube channel. Go to www.burgundywine.com. That's an easy one to remember. And
our Facebook and social media, we're on that all the time. And
Yep.
Yeah, life here is good in Domaine de Cromey.
And so we'll, do we have that beef tonight? No, that was...
I think we have
later.
to wait for Eddie and Lily. That's why we have the report.
Cheers, yeah.
Take care.